Hi there. So, I have just finished reading the book of Marie Kondo, The Life Changing Magic of Tidying Up, and I'd like to do a little recap of the last chapter. Marie Kondo gets into depth about how tidying up is not the purpose of life, but to do it quickly. And it's really about keeping what sparks joy in our life around us. But she gets into a lot of things more deeper than that. One, it's something that builds up decision making skills. And I thought her approach to that, for the reasons why, was very interesting. Because she first points out how important it is that when we embark on our journey of tidying up, the first thing we do is set an alignment to the lifestyle and things we want to enjoy in our home, how we want to have fun, or how we want to work on things. Envision that, to visualize those things first. And then she talks about how to use that as a filter and to feel everything in our house and discern whether to keep it or not by how much joy it really brings us. And she then further emphasizes the spirit that all the things that we have carries, and how real and effective it has on our physical health and our mental health and our how real spirit is amongst everything that we have and the relationship to it. When we come home, do we greet our home? When we take off our clothes, do we thank our clothes for the work that it's done for us, the service that it's done in our day? All of our things seem to inherently have a spirit to them. And it's not so obvious to us that they do. But she assures in all of her work in doing this that it is. And to not acknowledge that is a disservice to us as well. There's a very fine line between our internal world and our external world. And it might be so obvious consciously or at glance in our normal day-to-day lives, but when we really look into deeper layers of our subconscious or unconscious mind and the relationship that we have towards everything around us, there is a deep reflection between external and internal. And it's not so obvious of who we are that filters that in between space. Even though there is, because we're not either one of those things, that is external or internal, but kind of the observer or organizer of both. But we have a relationship to everything in our life. Everything. people, our things, our environment. And this book really gets into how something like tidying up is a subtle yet paramount influence in our life. It is truly a life-changing thing. To look at the things in our life, in our house, as if it was alive. To ask our house, where do these things belong? Seems absurd. We should be choosing how we want our house to be and look like. But to consider what the house would want, that's a paradigm shift. One that seems to better serve everyone a lot more. And it's a practice. It's a practice that we whether or not we see it or not, we choose whether or not it's real for us. Um, it's definitely it's definitely real, but if we're not there to practice, if we're not in that paradigm to practice it and receive it effectively, we're just not on that level. But getting to that level, moving into that paradigm, to put love into our lives in every way, that everything around us is a gift of life, and to see the spirit in all those things. And if it doesn't spark joy in our life, that's fine, because it all wants to do that. And if it's not serving joy, then we let it go with love, and we thank it for it letting us know that that's something that doesn't spark us joy. It all further is to serve and develop who we are, so we may move going forward. I'm going to wrap this up in a last bit of a statement saying that she mentions there are two real reasons why we hold on to things. The weight or guilt of the past, the attachment we have to the past, or the fear of the future. I might need this someday. Or somebody gave this to me. We give ourselves a lot of reasons for that. And in most things, it seems like fear or anger from the previous book I've read on here. It takes us away from the here and now, and how much we can develop this space of the here and now, and how much love and connection and joy we can have here and now, depends on how well we have removed things from the past or the future. That most of the joy that we are having in life comes from the moment that we are in. There is something that we must liberate ourselves to get to that point. There's a deep spiritual connection and development that I think this book has. Even though it's not considered a spiritual healing or development book, I truly believe that this book is deeply spiritually healing. Thank you for joining me and hearing me in my journey with this, in my spiritual pursuits, on spiritual healing as a Reiki practitioner. These are some of the books that has helped me in my journey, and I will be continuing furthermore with the other books I have partaked with and share with you. Thank you.